Welcome to Statesboro, Georgia, and what many refer to as the prettiest little stadium in America and home to the Georgia Southern Eagles. But trust me, it can get a little ugly if you come in here and you're not an Eagle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense is on the field for the first time today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, UCF! Stealing a score on special teams. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution of that punt return.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his man. It's game. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So UCF's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys.
Turning it on! He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Bringing the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And a Great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Trying to set up the screen. Almost popped free on the screen, but he'll be stopped short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. The Knights decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense is still in identity mode.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to...
Touchdown Knights! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through.
And the special teams comes up special. He takes advantage. The short punt, he catches it, and you can tell, does a great job using his blocks, getting north-south, getting to the end zone for the big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. To the air on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. And he picks up a 1st down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the 1st quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabbed behind the line, it's Gay. He is denied, cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They'll give it to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. The Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Wants to go up top on first down. Right on the money.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Red pass, it's complete. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Looking to pass. It's Avery. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Throwing right. That's caught. It's Jackson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Here's the pressure. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half.
He tries to take the top off. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Under fire. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Cox. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That's caught. It's Rhodes. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. It's complete. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Avery. Hauls it in. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Grabs it inside the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Was to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Avery. That one comes out hot down the right side. It's caught. Off and running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position, because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Motion from the wideout. Looking for space. It's Gay. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. To the air on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, and you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page. But when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. To the ground with the back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got the quick pass. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Wide open downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Avery. Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Here's a heat. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
And no doubt, he can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants and buy time and throw the football, but you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this cat.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Gives it to the back on the draw. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The sure hands, it's Jackson. Hauled down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Avery. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
One of the things I love about this guy is he's so hard on himself. Did a lot of good things last week, but he also threw one interception. He said that just ate away at him all week long. Coming into this game, he wanted to play perfect. No picks so far today. He's doing just that.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Knights. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Knights line up to punt it away.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Took a shot as he threw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
From the gun, the running back has it.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And here comes the punt team. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. This is what an elite team does. They